Ladies and gentlemen, we told you we had a double feature tonight. We told you we were coming right back. Lucky Lefty Podcast brought to you. Three's Company in effect. Brought to you by Nora Whiskey at NoraWhiskey.com. It's that premium American whiskey. NoraWhiskey.com. And Left, man, go ahead and drink it up, Left. Go ahead and drink it up, boy, because if you're going to drink, make sure you do it
responsibly.
Yep.
Break it down. Bag it up. Break it up. Break it up. Bag it up. Bag it up. Break it up. Break it up. Bag it up. Bag it up. I tell my break it up.
Yeah.
Break it down.
Three's Company. Wednesday night. Lucky Lefty Network. You know what I mean? Sean Davis, MALIK ZAIRE. And GIBBS is in the place to be. Let's get it. If you have a super chat, if you have a GTB question, put it in the chat, baby. It's about to get hot and heavy here tonight.
We need an apology. We got swindled. Oh Lord Jesus!
I had to play a little New Orleans since they dismissed your boy Lil Wayne.
Man, knock it off, man.
I said I don't have a problem with it.
The Super Bowl been there 10 times. You ain't complain about the other team. Go on and shut up now. Don't hush. Go on and hush now. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know why we're here. You know why you're here. I'm just going to go ahead and pass it off. You know why we're here. You're not here to listen to SD2 mics tonight. There's no need for me to be on the screen. So just make sure that you subscribe on YouTube and hit the like button.
You should stay on the screen, Sean.
Leave your comments. No. I know what the people want. I'll come in when necessary. I'll come in when we play the Thomas Hammock joint once again for KG. We'll do that in the second half of the show. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am the real podcast PG. I'm the real. I'm the original. Before the other dude even started the podcast, because all I do is throw alley-oops. That's all I do. Throw alley-oops. And I'm throwing you, Notre Dame fans, college football fans, I'm throwing you another alley-oop tonight.
Why I gotta be the oop that get threw up? Why I gotta be the oop?
Man, I'm just saying.
Blind faith. It's the blind faith in what is not seen.
Oh, boy. They already coming for you in the chat, too, boy. Woo.
Here.
Okay, GIBBS.
Can I state my case? Can I state my case? I was about to say, I'm gonna let MALIK get his on because MALIK too excited.
Audio edibles, he just dropped off. He'll be back. Audio edibles each and every day over Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We're the home of the misguided passion. And you already know we spin it
different.
Can I just say this before MALIK get into? Have y'all ever seen MALIK smile this hard in his life? I ain't never seen that boy showing he got shark teeth in. He got 32. He got a second row back there that's popping out today. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk because I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead. So
wait, left. So
years up, Sean. Ladies
and gentlemen, you know why you're here. In this corner, the former Notre Dame quarterback that's been telling you all off season what it's like to come back from the same injury, what it's like not to have reps in the spring, what it's like to only get 30% of the snaps in the fall camp, telling you that it wasn't going to look right. None other than Lucky Lefty himself. Number 8, Ocho, MALIK ZAIRE. And in the red corner, out of the D, the middle mauler, defensive tackle, wore that Wolfpack jersey, Mr. Locked On himself. He's been taking some heat from Locked On Balls, though, but we'll get to that later.
Oof.
Friendly fire, boy. Friendly fire, boy.
Man. Like I didn't give me a little leniency in the court.
Man. Them lamb chops must have been burnt, bro. You took them lamb chops you were talking about. He's left them in the oven a little bit too long. We'll get to that, fans. None other than our own brother, Ken GIBBS. KG, once again, welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show, brother.
Glad to be here.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So
for sure.
I'm gonna do a Mills Lane. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Malik, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get it on. Let's go.
Go ahead, Malik. Get your talk off. I'm gonna let you get your talk off, Malik. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, so just to kick it off, this is a Notre Dame season with a lot of anticipation, a lot of talk going on, a lot of things happening in the season. So we were very, very, very anticipated, not only in the fact that we addressed the issues of our weaknesses. We got a so-called quarterback. We addressed the receiver room. We've decorated our defense to solidify them as another year of a top 10 defense. The scheduling is perfect. The placement in the playoffs, if we do what we're supposed to do, puts us in the catbird seat.
Yeah.
But Marcus Freeman, and you must have talked to him. Maybe Marcus Freeman checked you out and got your scouting report on the quarterback transfer that came to Notre Dame that supposedly and is set up like the savior, the one and only, the guy to put Marcus Freeman over the top. But I always said the evaluation on Riley Leonard is not what this program needs at this moment. But you seem to think different. You seem to think that we found a gem. We found that guy that could take us to the next level. The guy that you said was a Mercedes amongst a Fiat lot. The guy that could rally, the guy that needs another chance, the first round draft pick, My problem is that the fan base bought it. The fan base, they said Kenton Gibbs, he's down there. Kenton Gibbs knows the North Carolina landscape and knows the ACC. So the information he's providing on this quarterback here is going to lead us to the promised land. And I had my doubts. But what about the 2,900 yards? What about he didn't even beat Notre Dame? He didn't even finish the game versus Notre Dame. What about, he's around guys that can't get it done.
Yeah.
My main thing was, okay, you take him out of this environment where he's giving excuses, where he's giving the pass, where he has to do everything, and you put him around guys that he don't have to do everything around. It's going to be different. The expectations are different. He's supposed to elevate his game going to the next level. He knows what he signed up for. I don't know if you know what he signed up for, but he knows what he signed up for. And to fall not only short, let's not just say he's not having a good experience. He's falling short to the point where Notre Dame has never seen the bottom 5 of passing categories like we're witnessing right now. 8 quarters of hardcore football, and you got 0 touchdowns with 2 picks. But you're supposed to rally the troops under Jesus, under the Holy Trinity, under the prestige that you're supposed to be the first, second round guy. We got some explaining to do. We got some stuff to talk about.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay.
Let's talk.
First of all,
I want to start with the Texas A&M game because that was the setup. Because to us, Marcus Freeman gave Riley Leonard the game ball after the first game. And I just want to know, what did you think of that first game performance? What did you think of when you witnessed Riley? Was that the Riley that was at Duke? Or was that the Riley that came and reinvented himself at Notre Dame? What Riley did you experience in that first showing?
So I will say this. 100%. Okay. And I will own this. This has been the Riley Leonard experiment has been an abject failure so far. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to deny that. And I will say I was wrong about Riley Leonard, being the guy to take y'all to the playoff. I will say that. But and this is why I'm mad that Sean done left us in here by ourselves. What did I say was the only reason that he may struggle, and that there was a possibility that he could struggle? Because first-year transfer quarterbacks tend to struggle.
They tend to struggle. It's proven.
I said that. I said Riley Leonard is a good quarterback. He should be good.
Whoa, let's stop. Whoa, time out. You said Riley Leonard was a what?
I think he's a good quarterback.
Good and what does good mean? Let's define good. Let's define, because there's years.
See, here we go. I can admit. Here's the thing. I'm not a guy that's ashamed to admit when I'm wrong. Okay. I apologize to everybody in my life when I'm wrong. So let me apologize to Lucky Lefty Nation. When we say we spin it different, we don't mean we spin it incorrect. That is not what we're supposed to mean. That's not it. I own that. I own that I was wrong. I own it. But with that being said, this is not a problem that is unique to Notre Dame. This is not a problem that is unique to Riley Leonard. You brought up NC State and Tennessee.
Okay.
NC State starting quarterback has thrown 2 interceptions on the year so far. Do you know the average distance that those interceptions have been from the line of scrimmage?
Probably like a yard. I saw one of them.
2 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
The one was bad, though.
One was a stick concept against Western Carolina. The Catamounts. Listen, I will admit, I did not have enough information, and I puffed my chest out, and I said Riley Leonard is going to be all right. Because based on the film, hold on, I'm going to let you cook. But based on the film that I saw, I said, hey, he's going to be all right. He's going to figure it out. He's going to do his thing. He's going, everything's going to work out. He's going to do what he needs to do. I did not take into account the injury factor, and I did not properly weight being a first-year transfer quarterback. I will take that in. Again, when I watched him play at Duke, I promise you, this looks like an entirely different guy.
Whoa.
This looks like an entirely different guy.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it?
Yeah. You tell me. So Malik, if this don't look like a totally different guy to you, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to ask you a question, okay? Because you got the Riley Leonard game logs like I got the Riley Leonard game logs, right? You know what he's done like I know what he's done, right? Correct or incorrect? You got it like I got it. It's public information, right?
Public information.
That's
short of information. We're not short of information. We have public information.
We got public information. Okay. So let me ask you this. When has a healthy Riley Leonard in his time at Duke, when was the time that he ever went 2 games without throwing a touchdown healthy? When did he do it? This is not, I'm telling you, this is exceptionally bad from him. This could not have been predicted. The greatest predictor of future behaviors is the past. If you look at Riley's past, he has never been this bad. This is a new level.
Whoa.
This is new. Listen, I will give you that you were right. You said, hey, if you're going to take a transfer quarterback, a 1-year rental ain't the way to go. I'm now in 1,000% agreement. I don't want no 1-year rental near Raleigh. I don't want no 1-year rental. I don't even want to go to Enterprise. I don't even want to hear about Hertz. I don't hear about no more damn 1-year rental. I don't hear about it. Matter of fact, I might just go give me a mortgage just so I ain't got to hear the word rent no more. I understand what you're saying. Listen, I was wrong. I own that. I wholeheartedly own that. I have new information after watching all of these transfer quarterbacks. Go through the transfer portal right now because everybody keep telling me about Kyle McCord, Cam Ward look good. Kyle McCord, Cam Ward. Number one, Cam Ward has not played an FBS team who will still have a head coach at the end of November. He has not done that yet. So let's hold our horses there.
Florida's gonna be okay because we got that boy DJ Lagway. DJ Lagway threw for about 500 yards.
So wait. You look at their schedule and you think that he gonna last. Now see, here's the thing. I will acknowledge I was wrong about that one. I'm willing to bet whatever on him. I'm willing to bet whatever. I'm willing to put it.
Bet whatever what?
That your boy LinkedIn Billy, and he gonna be spending it different with us. He's gonna be spending it right here different with us. He's gonna be evaluating quarterback play with us come this time December. He gonna be right here with us. Lagway is good. The boy ain't Jesus. They need a lot.
The boy ain't Jesus.
They need play over there.
Wait a minute. We got a running game. We got a running game over at Florida. It's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to run in their mouth game. Them boys gonna get destroyed. Them boys gonna get
they got a crazy schedule. Let
me tell you. Look, all I'm saying is this: look through the portal. Look at what all the top guys are doing. Look at what all of them are doing.
Wait. I told you Grayson McCall wasn't good.
But here's the thing.
Because y'all didn't take his system that made him famous and bring it to NC State. Y'all tried to reinvent the guy because of what? Because of what? What talent did he show?
Malik. So I should expect a former conference player of the year in a FBS conference to not be able to throw a damn stick route, Malik. You got to acknowledge. Malik, stop playing with me. Malik, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
You can't fast food the process of offense. You can't do it.
Malik.
Easy's not easy.
Hold on. See, and that's the problem. See, now Malik acting like the Tennessee fans. Because the Tennessee fans, they getting on me. They're like, oh, we done beat you by 40-some-odd points. So whatever we say is valid. Now, whatever you say is wrong. Malik, there is not a single 5-star quarterback in high school that I don't trust to throw a damn stick route against the FCS team. With a freshman All-American being one of the routes on the stick route, and a tight end that broke the most tackles in America being the second part. Malik, I get it. You right, so you talking your talk. Like Boss Man D-Lo said, took a lot of bosses just to talk like this. I get it. You get to talk your talk right now. But let's not be crazy. Nobody could have predicted that these two would be this bad. Neither one of them has been like, oh man, it's tough, but they can get it together. Those two collectively have looked so horrible. Malik, you couldn't have expected them to look this bad. If I would have told you before the season how many touchdowns to interceptions would those two have through their first 4 games, those two combined, you're telling me that you would have said, yeah, about 3 to 5 or 6 is about where they'll be. Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
I knew that what it takes to be ready to play there, you can't get to a month and a half. It's impossible. It's impossible. I don't care how good he is. Well, I do care how good he is, because if he was a first-round pick like you try to convince us, then it would be easier. But because he's a tier 4, He's a tier 4.
He's a tier 4.
Because at the end of the day, you can't even be a tier 2, 3, or even a 1 and have games like that. Tier 1s don't even have games like that. Bad or not. You can't be a tier 1 and have a game like that. He's been a tier 4, just like Sam Hartman, just like, matter of fact, Jack Cohn not a tier 4. Jack Cohn's a tier 2. But that's beside the point. My thing is that if you fast food the process and you think that cheating is the way to get to the top, you're sadly mistaken. You play football. You got to go through the ringer. You got to have that chemistry. You got to have that comfortability. You got to have that know-how. You got to have that technique. And when you are already limited, when you are already a deficient in skill and what we need, it didn't mix. We was trying to fit a square into a triangle hole. You know why? Because it was the media hype that we got from you. It was the media hype that we got from 247. It was the media hype we got from ESPN. We done took Riley and brought him all across the world. Bringing him all across the world and didn't check his tape. How does that happen? How do we not check the tape?
I'm telling you, if you check the tape, you would know that he's uniquely bad. I'm telling you, this man never showed this much badness at Duke.
And you know why? Because he got excuses from people like you to say, "Oh, he's around trash players."
So the excuses is why he never went 2 games healthy without throwing a touchdown, but somehow couldn't throw a touchdown against NIU. I don't give a damn. Hold on. I don't give a damn what you think about the ACC. You have got to admit that the ACC is at least on the level of the MAC. I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say.
I don't know. Notre Dame is 31-1 against the ACC, and we're 0-2 against the MAC. So I don't know. We're 31-1 against the ACC, and we 0-2.
And this is what I mean. And this is what I mean when I say when guys are right, all of a sudden they start talking crazy. If you are a lady in Lucky Left Nation, think about Dave Malik. Just know if you ever lose an argument to him, when he find out, when he tell you, I text you before I came home at 3, I text you at 1:30, hey, the car broke down. You just know the next thing he'll say, and matter of fact, I've always hated your cooking. I ain't never liked it. You can't make that. You'll be a all-star. We're going to pop out with some craziness.
Because what we're going to do, we're going to go through these red flags.
Hold on. Malik, wait. Are you seriously telling me because Notre Dame is 0-2 versus the MAC?
I said 0-2 because I don't know about Miami. They won the conference. Miami won the conference last year, so I don't know.
NIU did what last year? Miami did what last year?
Miami won the conference last year.
Won whose conference?
MAC conference last year. They was number 1. They beat Ohio for the number 1 conference. Oh, I'm sorry, the Toledo game.
Listen. I'm glad that somebody in the comments is agreeing that he wasn't this bad a dude. Because again, I'm not making this up. What I am seeing from Riley is somebody who looks unsure, unconfident. He's burping the baby. This looks terrible.
You know why? Because the levels are different.
The levels of NIU, the level of NIU is different from
Clemson. This ain't a basketball school.
So you're telling me that NIU defensively plays another level of ball from the Clemson Tigers?
When you play Notre Dame, it's your Super Bowl. You're going to see things from NIU. You're going to think it's Alabama. He thought it was Alabama out there. He thought it was Alabama. And you know what's crazy? Is that the fact that he thought it was sweet. He thought Notre Dame, all the pub, all the love, all the resources, all the news. Oh, I'm going to just glide in there. He ain't put no work in. And you know how you know it's a red flag? Because we got to talk about these red flags now. The red flags of nominating him a captain. What did he earn? What did he earn to be a captain in 2 months of being there and in 1 month of being able to practice? What did he earn? And then you nominate him a starter, and then you tell what to the quarterback room that's put the work in. And then you tell him that he missed all the spring. The man told you he missed all the spring because of an injury. And then he said he get a lot of mental reps. The man was tuned in and mentally. But what did we see about that mentally? You just said the man didn't look comfortable.
Yeah.
Didn't look like he knew what he wanted to do, held the ball.
Yeah, he did.
So it shows you that mental stuff don't mean nothing. It don't mean a gosh darn thing because it's about reps and it's about taking the experience. Notre Dame didn't do it right. Now, it's not totally his fault. It's not totally his fault. You know why? Because Notre Dame didn't usher him in like they did Dylan Raiola. Dylan Raiola was ushered in the right way, and you see the positive impacts. We have 4 quarterbacks in competition for one thing. It is not, you cannot compete for a quarterback position in 2024. It's impossible. It's who you paying for and who you riding with. We didn't commit to him. We gave him a half of the reps getting into the season, and he stunk up the joint because he was already limited, and everybody was telling you. Denbrock told you. He said he is who he is. He's a running guy. He runs around, not no passer. What was the biggest thing Notre Dame needed to improve on between last year's offense and this year's offense? The passing game. Mm-hmm. And you bring in a guy that can't do it. Mm-hmm. That's a shame. That's a red flag. He's never thrown over 3,000 yards. I mentioned that. He's never thrown over. He's never went 2 games or more where he was more consistent in the completion percentage. He would go 80, then he would go 40. He would go 50, then he would go 20. His completion percentage back-to-back games was terrible. Red flag. Mm-hmm. Injury not being able to be available in the spring with a new offense. Red flag.
Right.
All these things are adding up. What is the reason why you're selling out on Riley Leonard? Because you bought into the media propaganda.
Again, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. the way that the same red flags that you're saying apply to Riley Leonard apply to a quarterback that you're very high on. You said he never threw for how many yards in the season?
3,000.
You know who else didn't do that before they got to their new location with first rounders everywhere? Jaden Daniels.
Oh my God, we're not. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No, you said that. No, hold on. You said that the red flag was the no throwing for 3,000 yards. Now,
Jaden Daniels' game isn't Riley Leonard's game.
Oh, now it's different game. Okay, all right.
Jaden Daniels don't. We can go on YouTube right now. Jaden Daniels ain't having the highlights Riley Leonard having.
So when I'm just asking a question here because I'm very curious. Okay. So Riley Leonard, we pay attention to the red flags, and the ignoring the red flags is why we are where we are now. And yet a quarterback who threw 10 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in his last season at his school, that's like, oh, we did. That's cool. That makes sense.
ASU is not Notre Dame.
No. We're not comparing ASU to Notre Dame. We're comparing ASU to Duke. Very similar level. Very similar level.
Expectations are different.
The expectations are different from ASU to Duke.
The team that Jaden Daniels played for, the expectations were different than the team that nobody cared about. Did anybody care about Duke until Riley had a couple good games?
You think people gave a damn about Arizona? See, and
Brandon Ayuk, Kalen Ballage. Hold on now. There were first rounders on that team.
This is what I'm saying. And that's my point. That's my point. You're pointing out first rounders on a team that a guy never threw for 3,000 yards on. I am telling you, there was no evidence that Riley was going to be this bad. There was nothing to indicate that he was going to be this bad.
You know why? It's because the level of competition rose, the level of competence and the level of skill development rose when the challenge presented itself. When he went from Duke to Notre Dame, it was a different level he had to take himself. He couldn't be there because you know why? I told you this before when he came over there. He's not a Fiat around other Fiats at Notre Dame. He's a Fiat in a Mercedes-Benz parking lot. So the things that his flaws that he got away with at Duke, that was celebrated at Duke, it is exposed at Notre Dame. Because guess what? He got a pocket. So,
hey, listen, and I'm not denying that.
So now when he doesn't have to run around and he has to actually sit there and play, it's a different feeling for him.
I'm not denying that he has a pocket. I'm not denying that he has a longer time to process. I'm not denying that he has better players around him. What I am saying is very simply, if you tell me the preponderance of evidence that we saw from him in the past makes sense with what we are seeing now, I would very simply ask you, based on what? What from the past was a clear indicator? Because again, you said that the 3,000 yards was it. And I just showed you a guy that you're super high on that did not throw for 3,000 yards where he was.
Daniels always.
Wait, hold on. Did you or did you not? If we're going to do this like that, let's do it like that. Did you or did you not say not throwing for 3,000 yards is a red flag? Jay or nay?
It is a red flag.
Okay, so we are now talking about, hey, the guy that you believed in, that you said, I always knew he was a baller. I always knew it, had that same red flag on. Had the same red flag.
If you want to get away with the little numbers and say that indicates, but those two quarterbacks aren't the same.
I never said they were.
The same. So
but guess what? One of them had better talent. One of them had better talent and produced the same number.
What Marcus Freeman said, these are the 5 stats, the 5 numbers while we lost to NIU. Is that acceptable to you?
Listen.
I throw numbers at you. Is that acceptable to you?
Here's the thing. When your defense holds a team to, 17 points, you should win that football game.
Yes.
You should win that football game. I'm not denying that. Again, I'm not sitting up here telling anybody, hey, Riley Leonard has been amazing. He's been phenomenal. He's been a baller. There's nothing that anybody can say about old Riley Leonard that I'm willing to hear. I have gotten up here and admitted to y'all I was wrong about Riley Leonard. But you cannot say that with any degree of accuracy, this poor of a start could have been predicted. This is one of those things where certain people just hated him, and they happened to be right about it at the end of the day.
Oh, no, I've been saying this since the beginning. You know why? Because you don't have enough time to prepare. Number one, you're already limited as a passer. Number two, the biggest thing in Notre Dame's difference you can see in the offense that we needed. We don't need another runner. We got 5 running backs. Right. 5 that can do everything that Riley is supposed to be great at. We already got that. It's because he put himself in this box and in this container where the only thing he could have did to prove that his worth was to Notre Dame's offense was to be able to throw outside them hashes. And he wasn't great at that at Duke. And I told you that was a red flag. I told you that when he said, "Let me take that red jersey off," the first day after coming back from an injury, after 9, 7, 8, 10 months of surgery, that was the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. That was the red flag right there. Why are you so eager to take the red jersey off when you coming off of an ankle injury that you had to have 6, 7 surgeries on? You know why? Because you knew at the end of the day, if you had to stand there with protection and ask to throw the football, that's not your game. That's not your game.
Again.
And it proved true.
Again, okay. So if we are talking about, hey, it's not your game, you're this world's worst guy, okay? Let's say NIU on their best day, NIU on their bestest, baddest, biggest day, on everything that they got, they rolling and they just, you'll never see a better version of NIU than what you see here. He played against Notre Dame last year. Did he or did he not?
He played against Notre Dame last year, and that was my point.
Okay.
He lost.
And Notre Dame successfully, they didn't just stop the run, dominated the run against Duke, correct? Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Okay.
So Notre Dame stops the run, dominates the run, makes it clear. Ain't no running here, player. Ain't no running around here, partner. Jordan Waters, all Conference back, all that. Ain't none of that. Oh, yeah, all this that you think you got that you gonna run on us, ain't none of that, right? Right? That's fair? That's fair? Correct?
See, this is the mystique of Notre Dame. People fail to realize. People fail to realize is Notre Dame's going to give you your best game. You gave DJ Uiagalelei his best game. That's the facade. That's the facade we throw out there. And that's the biggest problem with Notre Dame is we let you guys think that the dudes playing against us have career days and that they're dudes. We are known for that.
So at the end of the day, we can agree that Notre Dame successfully shoved the run, made Duke one-dimensional. Hey, it's either going to be Riley Leonard running it or Riley Leonard throwing it. We're not allowing nothing else because Jordan Waters averaged 3.5 yards that game, right?
It was a great showcase for Riley to show that when you're one-dimensional and you're asked to do something that you're not comfortable with, what you look like. And he did.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. You like Notre Dame's secondary from last year, right? Right?
Oh,
you think they're pretty good?
They decent.
You think they're decent? Oh, hold on. That defensive back was the one y'all told me.
It depends on who you're asking, because you asked Ethan King from NIU, the quarterback, he felt like they was decent.
Okay. Now, I was told that those was world beaters. That's what I was told was on the back end. That's what I was told.
We are world beaters against
So world beaters on the back end successfully stopped the run, held an all-conference running back to 3 yards per carry, and Riley Leonard still threw a touchdown in that game. That's what I'm saying, in that you could not have seen him being this bad coming. I will 1,000% agree with you. If he loses a game later on down the line where it's like, hey, man, like, we shouldn't have lost that one, but that's a good team. Hey, I'm with you.
You know what? And I said
him not throwing a single touchdown through the first 8 quarters of football. Nobody can say that.
And guess why? And guess why he didn't? Because he didn't do Notre Dame, which I faulted for with Sam Hartman. This is something that I've been building the case study on for a long time. I told you last year that if you don't bring Sam Hartman's offense over and run that for him at Notre Dame, he's not going to be successful. The only way Riley Leonard could have been comfortable coming into the situation that he did is if we call all the plays that he had at Duke at Notre Dame. That's the
Let me ask you this. Okay, so let me ask you this for a second. Because there is a common denominator, and I know Lucky Lefty Nation not going to want to hear this, but I got to say it. Riley Leonard is the quarterback this year. Looks underwhelming. Looks bad. He's the 1-year transfer. Cool. Last year, Sam Hartman is the quarterback. He's the one year transfer. Doesn't work out. Cool. There's a common denominator there. And it's not Riley. It's not Sam.
It's North Carolina.
There are multiple common denominators there because it could be.
North Carolina. It's North Carolina.
So here's the thing. It could. Wait a minute. Did y'all just get one of North Carolina's top QBs out of high school?
Wait, no, that's our problem. Stop going to North Carolina.
So here's what I'm saying. So here's what I'm saying. What if? And I'm willing to take my lashings. I'm willing to take my tarring and feathering in front of the nation. I'm willing to take it because I when you win or when you're right, you get to be right.
That's right.
What if you put Angeli in there and it doesn't look any better?
It's too late. It don't matter. That's exactly
what
why
if you do?
That's exactly why I said.
I'm just asking.
That's why I said Angeli needed to start. Angeli's window right now is gone. He should never get in the game moving forward. It's too late. It's over.
It's too late. 2 games into the season
because of what it looks like on Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman, you telling me you put this out here and then you go into the next press conference?
Stop playing.
I have all faith in a guy that has 0 touchdowns in 8 quarters, and then what you telling us about the guy that you won a bowl game for you? Is damn near perfect in completion percentage, and you tell him that there's nothing that he can do.
Malik, stop playing.
It's too late.
Malik, stop playing.
The only way Marcus Freeman can save the quarterback situation is if he plays these young guys. If he plays the CJ Carrs, the Kenny Minchies. Steve's time is over.
It's too late. It's too late. It's too late at game 2. It's too late.
Guess what? You already put out a product that you said was better than anything else in that quarterback room. You already put it out there.
But see, and see, Malik, this the difference between me and you. This is the biggest difference between me and you, Malik. It's not the Riley Leonard thing. It's not that you're a part of the big Steve and Jelly.
It's all like Marcus Freeman. If we do these 5 things, we don't beat nobody.
Here's the biggest difference between me and you, Malik. I'm presented with new information. I'm willing to pivot. I'm willing to say, hey, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I need to take this another direction. I'm telling you, there is no way under God's green earth, if I'm a coach at one of the most storied traditional programs in the nation. How many, if you talk about every decade since the national championship has been a thing, how many of them did Notre Dame not get at least one? And you're telling me that because you paid some quarterback a couple mil or 1.1 or whatever it is, we can't change now.
No.
So what that he's pissing down his leg.
Notre Dame, the real Irish green is that money green.
This is what I'm saying. If you are Freeman, you should be more than comfortable saying, I don't give a damn how much I paid you. I need results.
It's too late.
I believe how is it too late in game 2?
Marcus Freeman made him a captain. He didn't earn it. Marcus Freeman made him a starter in 2 weeks in fall camp when he wasn't even available in spring. He wasn't available to even.
Captains ain't never been benched. Captains ain't never been benched before.
I know they ain't because you gotta explain. You gotta explain the only offensive captain is a guy that just got there, and you're gonna tell the team and the nation and the Notre Dame fan base that you're gonna bench him because you should have never nominated him captain. Now that he's captain, you have locked yourself in to ride and die with the guy that you brought in the whole program on.
So y'all players don't pick the captain. The coaches do. The coaches just say you a captain. That's it. Or do the players vote on it?
The players vote. But at the end of the day, Coach Freeman knows that quarterback had to be the captain because Coach Freeman told you that by getting Riley Freeman in that transfer portal, we are winning a national championship. Because at the end of the day, I told the fan base, I told you, I told everybody, what is the difference between Riley and Angeli?
Again, if that's the case, go to Angeli. So head coaches have no problem pivoting. I think Marcus Freeman is a wonderful head coach. I think he's smart enough to know, hey, if this boy's pissing down his leg, if he's not ready for the moment, I'll go ahead and switch. But hold on.
Is he smart enough?
You still didn't answer my question, Malik. You still didn't answer my question.
Smart enough.
You still didn't answer my question.
Transfer quarterbacks deep. When is he going to be smart enough?
You still didn't answer my question, though. You still didn't answer my question.
Let me answer.
If if Marcus Freeman is smart enough, Marcus Freeman's a smart guy in this hypothetical, he goes with Angeli. Angeli also doesn't look good. Then what?
If Marcus Freeman was smart and Riley Leonard was a package quarterback to begin with, he didn't do it. It's too late now because
you're
now
not answering the question. You're not answering. If you put Angeli in and he looks bad, then what do you say? What is the answer then?
Marcus has no answer. That's why he can't put Angeli in, because if Angeli doesn't do well, he might get fired. You know why he might get fired? Is because you destroyed the confidence of a kid that you're trying to throw in to save your job. And the only way to save your job is to play guys that are true freshmen like CJ Carr and Kenny Minchie, because that's what the fans want. If he was smart, he would have never put Riley Leonard in that position to shit on the other quarterback room, because you told the room that no matter what they did, Riley Leonard as a hired gun coming off an injury that only had a third of the reps at practice is better than anything Steve can do. Then you backed it up and doubled down at the post-game interview and said that, hey, there was no consideration of Steve. You told the nation.
So again,
after an 0-8 performance, after a 0 touchdown performance in 8 quarters, you said there was no consideration. You are telling the team that if you want to lose the team, put Steve in there. Now you put Steve in the ultimate pressure. I'm not expecting Steve to do well, because how? He did everything he was supposed to do for you to tell him that not only is he not in consideration for playing, that Riley is that much better than him, and then he doubled down and said he had all the faith. You had all the faith in a guy that can't throw a passing touchdown in 8 quarters against teams that we're supposed to beat? No.
And again,
the aesthetic of Steve Angeli.
And again, you're more than welcome to have that. But if Steve Angeli is still on the roster, guess what he got to be ready to do?
You got to be ready to go home. Got to be ready to play.
If you're ready to go home, jump your ass in the portal. If you're ready to go, then go.
Steve is surprised. Steve is surprised. He's like, I can't believe this is happening.
But guess what? Malik, how long did you play football until you decided to hang it up?
Shit, as long as I could.
No, but I'm saying in years, in terms of years, how many years did you play? I
was done at what, 26?
26. So when did you start playing?
Shoot, it's flag football started what? 2nd grade, it started.
Okay. So you played basically what? About 20 years, 19, 20 years, somewhere there?
About 20 years.
About 20 years. Are you telling me that there has never been a moment where somebody started over you that wasn't supposed to be there, wasn't supposed to be the guy, whatever the case may be, and what did you do about it? Did you?
Well, I watched it crash and burn. I didn't want to be in there at that point.
But did you pout? Did you pout?
Take you through it.
Crash
and burn with Deshaun. Crash and burn with Felipe Franks. Crash and burn.
But did you pout about it? If you were to be thrown in the game, were you ready?
They crash and burn on their own. We got our coach fired at 4-8 in Florida. Coach Kelly was damn near on the chopping block until he had to fire the whole staff for bad decisions at quarterback. We had to. I mean, come on.
Malik, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I do not think Marcus Freeman is stubborn enough to say, regardless of what.
Oh, yes, he is. He said there is no way.
Nah.
I have the utmost faith. You telling me that you can go stand in front of the national media and say you have the utmost faith in a guy that has 0 touchdowns? Not only that, he nominated him as the game ball winner with no touchdowns thrown at Texas A&M. This running back won the game.
And this what I mean. And this what I mean by we acting different today. We acting different. Since when do college coaches hold to their word 100% when they say something like that? Oh, yeah, I see no faith. And that means that guy has an impenetrable starting spot? Get out of here.
Yes, he does. The man has a messed up labrum, and he was named the starter. What is going on?
And I am telling you this. Those coaches are in practice every day. They see every rep. They see everything good, bad, and different.
They came out after the game talking about we let a lot of practice mistakes slide. We let a lot of things go that wasn't right, and we just rushed through the week. The man told you after the press conference that he has to clean up his practices. How does that happen when the head coach is telling you since day one in year one that he is a practice coach? You can't get on the field till you practice perfect. So how do you let a guy that just gets in there for 2 months practice bad, admits he practiced bad, and then you tell him that, oh, he's the starter? You have all the faith. That is impossible.
So do you think the guys behind him are practicing better? Do you think the guys behind him were practicing better?
I think Marcus Freeman is tied to that money. He's tied to that decision he made because nobody told him that we needed Riley to win the season other than what he felt that we needed to do. There was no reason, no metric, no anything that we needed to show that we needed Riley to win. When Marcus Freeman made that decision that we needed Riley to win, he locked his fate because he told everybody we winning the championship. Because I guarantee you, if he didn't do that, we could still win 10, 11 games based on our schedule with the quarterbacks that we have already because of the way he built the program. He shitted on the thing that he built because he brought somebody else in to run the show that's not ready to run the show. So you don't.
That sounds good in theory. That sounds great in theory. That sounds.
You don't get to see the talent that flourishes through his recruitment and his development because you put all of it on a guy that came from China or wherever.
Everybody in a hypothetical situation, everybody ain't never lost a fight. Everybody is Billy Badass in a hypothetical. Oh, I tell you, if Steve Angelo was in, that boy be lighting up hippie. Again, I'm telling you right now, you know, a coach did something to me a long time ago that made me. I was on the brink of committing to the school when the coach did this, okay? We were in the D-line room. It was me and the D-line coach together, and he pulls out a picture from his wallet. You know what that picture was?
Was it you?
No, it was a picture of his family. Why would he have a picture of me in his wallet? What type of fan you think this coach was?
If you're recruiting, I might do that.
He pulled out a picture of his family. He said, Kenton, I said, yes, sir. He said, we've offered you a scholarship. Do you know what that means? I said, it means you want me to play for this school. He said, no. That means I had to approve the scholarship. I had to trust you to feed these folks. And that was his family. It was a picture of him and his family, right? Now, let me explain to you why that's important. Marcus Freeman cares about looking right, being, you know, I'm the smartest guy in the room, all that. Sure, everybody does to a certain degree. We all got an ego that wants us to be right. You know what people care about more than that ego? That family. Those folks that he got to feed, those folks that's going to be looking at him. Marcus, what happened? We went from X amount of millions a year back to coordinator money because you tied your career to Riley.
He tied his career to Riley.
He don't care about. I am telling you with everything that's in me. And here's the thing. I hope I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I hope I'm right. I really hope I'm right here. With the Riley Leonard thing, I was okay with not being right. No disrespect to Lucky Left Nation. I don't have a rooting interest for or against Notre Dame. That's just the honest to God truth. I like you, Malik. I like you, Sean. I want to see y'all happy. I want to see your team do well.
Oh, don't give it to Thomas Hammock. I want to see y'all win the championship after y'all bust our ass. I don't want to hear that.
I'm telling you the truth. Listen, I'm telling you the truth. That's what it is. But with that in mind, I am telling you right now, if this man is a big enough fool to hold on and poke and prod and pull and prime the well for Riley Leonard for a whole season, then yeah, he deserves to be fired. And I'll tell you what, him bringing in Riley Leonard might have been what was best for the program overall, because a fool that's dumb enough to stick with a quarterback that's playing this poorly through an entire season, he was never going to win you a championship anyway. He was never going to be the guy. So hold on. If the head man is such a fool, is so rigid, is so inelastic that he has to go with, this was my decision, therefore everybody else is wrong. If your head man is that type of guy, which I hope he's not, I believe he's not. If he is that guy, congratulations. Him bringing in Riley Leonard. I am a Lions fan. I hated Matt Patricia with everything in me.
Matt Patricia's smart.
Hated him. I hated him. He ran off Darius Slay, who's still playing at an all-pro level. He ran off A-Shawn Robinson, who's doing good things for wherever he is right now. He ran off player after player after player. He ran off all these guys. But you know why? You know why I look back at it gratefully? Because without him being the jackass that he was, without him tearing that thing down to the studs, we don't get our Dan Campbell. We don't get our Dan Campbell. You see, the Lenny Williams song, I Love You. Everybody remembers the, I'm losing you. I'm losing you. They remember the, They remember that. But they don't remember the end of the song where he said, and then I found the love of my life. You help me. You help me. I'm telling you right now, I'm singing my heart out to the Lucky Lefty Nation because I'm telling you, if Freeman is dumb enough to stick with Leonard despite these struggles for the whole season, don't worry. He's helping you. He's helping you get to where you got to go to see touchdown Jesus in the playoffs again. It's better that he do that. It's better that he do that than keep y'all lingering and meandering in mediocrity. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I just know one thing, that at the end of the day, there is no reason for Marcus Freeman to have this much pride over a guy he never brought in.
I agree.
And the fact that we're taking all the things from his press conferences, we're taking all the things from what his words are, he is selling out on a bad decision. And I don't know if it's an ego thing. I don't know if he thinks this is now granted, it is week 2, and we may be overreacting a little bit. But at the end of the day, you can't fast food the process. And Marcus Freeman, for all the things that he put in to build a program to year 3, for him to fast food that quarterback position is probably the most detrimental thing in a young head coach's career at a high stakes place like Notre Dame. This is his 3rd year with his 3rd transfer quarterback. It is unacceptable considering you have done a beautiful job of managing the head coach position at Notre Dame, managing the recruiting and fixing the mistakes, being accountable at times and hiring the right coaches.
I agree.
You built a program that was struggling through the heat of them trying to hold you down. This is not something that's been smooth sailing. You had all the things to fight against to build this program to where everybody saw where it could be for year 3, and then you ruin it by bringing in a guy and you talking about full sale faith in a guy that done what?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I don't believe in unconditional love for nobody except your children. Your children and whatever deity you worship is the only things I believe get unconditional love. Everybody else, it got to be some conditions on that thing. And if I'm Marcus Freeman, I'm looking at Riley saying, hey, I love you, brother, but there's some conditions on this thing. I've got to take care of this program. My job ain't to take care of Riley Leonard. My job is to take care of Notre Dame.
And that's what we do. Hold on, wait. We just showed you we'll take care of a guy that just got here. We name a captain. We get him drafted. We play him no matter what. We already showed you we're willing to do it. Why are we willing to repeat mistakes, Marcus Freeman? That's the problem I have with you. You just went through full sale committing to a guy that didn't deserve to play the whole season, to the point where his opposing team was like, what y'all got going on? We the one that built Sam Hartman, not y'all. Y'all acting like he's just been there since the whole beginning. So if we over here getting other teams pissed how we celebrating their team, that just shows you Marcus Freeman ain't locked in on what he's building himself. What are we talking about?
And again, by that same logic, I guess Brian Kelly ain't locked in on his team down there at LSU. By that same logic, I guess
Brian Kelly, just like Lincoln Riley this year. Why go get a transfer? I got Garrett Nussmeier. Why go get a transfer? I got Miller Moss, who's earned, who's been there, who knows what's going on in that program. Lincoln Riley showed you. He had 5-star quarterbacks sitting there. He said Miller Moss my best decision.
There are plenty of quarterbacks who have sat there, who have waited, who have been in the wings, who have done all the things that did not pan out. They just haven't panned out.
He's gonna have a better showing because he knows what's going on. He's been through it. He knows the players around him, and he may not be. And I'm not saying Steve is the greatest. I know Steve's limited, but Steve's gonna do a better job of managing the game. As a standalone talent, Steve's not the top quarterback in the world, but for what Notre Dame needs to progress and to know what Notre Dame has, Steve Angeli's the best fit for that. You got a guy that came from the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
and then telling him, I need you to play amazing with all things considered. He's not ready because he wasn't never that good to begin with. He was a tier 4 quarterback, just like Sam Hartman was, and we got the results of a tier 4.
And can I say one more thing that I know folks going to be upset at me about, but I need to say it. I need to say it. Number one, you know, if he's that bad, playing jelly. But number two, let's not pretend like the pieces around him have been as good as we have, as good as we're advertised. Let's not. I'm not
our
saying
running game is top.
I'm
our
not
passing
saying
receivers are good. Guys are running open.
I am not saying that Riley Leonard is free of the blame here. I'm not saying that Riley Leonard has been amazing, standout, 5-star stuff. I'm not saying any of that. What I am saying is, let's not sit up here and pretend that the other pieces have gone above and beyond and shown up and shown out like you would traditionally expect from Notre Dame offense. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that they've been horrible, but I'm saying they have not been perfect. The situation has not been perfect. Riley Leonard has been bad. I'm just saying, you know, by all means, give Jelly a shot. Give him a shot.
No.
Let
I was screaming to give Jelly a shot before Riley got there. I was screaming to give Jelly a shot before Riley showed up.
The past is the past, and ain't no future in it.
No, we have to look at the past and know that the consequences of the past is coming to haunt you today. And that's exactly what we're experiencing. Not listening to what we were supposed to do. Now we're suffering from it, and you can't go back. Because sometimes when you mess up, it is what it is.
So you're telling me because he's looked bad so far, Notre Dame should commit to him and not go back and not learn. You know, I'm sorry, Malik. I'm just one of those people that I believe as long as you got air in your lungs, you can become a new guy. You could do a new thing. You could say, you know what? Last year we rocked out with Sam Hartman regardless. We thought he was the guy. We said regardless of how well or poorly he plays, that's our guy. We're not starting anybody else.
And we did the same thing this year. You heard what Marcus Freeman said. I have all confidence.
So why would you not do something new? Why would you not, if you're the head coach, say, you know what? We've done it. I've seen this movie play out before. I want to try a different script. Let's try a different script. Let's put it in Jelly.
I can give you the perfect example. Coach Kelly witnessed us go 4-8 with DeShone Kizer not ready, and he didn't put me in that at any point because he was going to ride with the decision because DeShone was a first-round draft pick potential. He died with that decision, and he almost lost his job because of it. He had to make total wholesale change because of it, because he wanted to die with the incorrect decision he made at the beginning of the season. Because you know why? It's ego.
And I'm telling you,
Coach Kelly can't stand. Because you know the thing is, because if I played well, that would be worse for Coach Kelly than it would be good. Because it shows that his coaching ability couldn't identify what needed to be done for the team over what he decided. So what he decided, he rode with, which Marcus Freeman is doing it because he doesn't want to face the fact that it doesn't in the NFL. They do it in the NFL. If a backup is more talented than the starter, they pay him millions of dollars. They will never let the backup see the light of day. They will trade him. They will send him somewhere else. They'll put him on the practice squad. They'll blackball him because they will not let themselves look crazy. Marcus Freeman is not going to let himself look crazy and Steve Angeli go in there and ball out. Are you crazy? They will ask for his job with a win. Because they're going to be like, why the hell you put Riley Freeman in there if Steve Angeli go out there and score 40 points? He will never do it. So he's going to die with his decision with Riley. Just like Coach Kelly died with his decision with DeShone Kizer, and he almost got fired because of it, because he knew that if I got in that game and balled out, he would look so crazy, and he made the decision to start him from the beginning. And that's exactly why we was 4-8.
And should you not be happy about that? And should you not be happy about that? You're talking about, hey, this type of mentality took us to 4-8, as opposed to how many quarterbacks did Saban play against USF last year?
It's too much money. It's too much money involved with Marcus Freeman. It's too high stakes. Marcus Freeman can't fall on his face right now. Because in year 3, what did we say, Sean? In year 3, there's no excuses. In year 3, there's no excuses. There is no my bad. There is no my bad for Marcus Freeman in year 3, right, Sean? Because what we say, you already told us that with Marcus, when you get Riley Leonard, that's a championship guaranteed. Because whatever we had building in year 3 under that quarterback room wasn't good enough.
Has Urban Meyer ever switched coaches, switched quarterbacks mid-season?
Urban Meyer don't make those crucial decisions. That's not good. He went between Cam and Tim Tebow and chose Tim Tebow and made it right.
Oh, you forget. There was also Chris Lee, who was before Cam. There was also Chris Lee, where he was playing the guy where people said, what's going on here? If you want a championship coach, they have to have flexibility. They have to have adaptability.
No, they don't.
You adapt or you die.
And Marcus head coaches don't. Coach Kelly looked to die. Because the ego is too big. The ego's too big. Coach Kelly knew damn well that he wasn't ready, and he played him anyway because of his draft potential. And when his draft potential was overriding the team, you lost the team and had to fire everybody because they saw it. It's football. It's football. He couldn't let me go out there and ball out. Why? Because he would look more crazy for his decision making.
And let me ask you.
Don't want to look crazy.
And let me ask you. How many championships does LSU have with Brian Kelly?
None.
How many did Notre Dame get with Brian Kelly?
None.
How many did Central Michigan get with Brian Kelly?
None.
Okay, so what is Notre Dame's ultimate goal? What's y'all goal? Did y'all go to get to the playoff? Did y'all go to win 10 games?
Conspiracies come in.
No. I'm asking you, what's Notre Dame's goal? What's the goal?
Win 10 games, be close but not good enough.
What's the goal? What's the real goal? No. The real goal at Notre Dame, that sign that you slap say play like a 10-game winner today. That's our motto.
That's our motto. That's what play to win 10 and you can survive to the next year.
The sign says play like a champion today. I'm glad the chat is with me. National titles are the goal.
No. We know that Notre Dame not going to win until we decide to win a national title. Right now, we deciding to win 10 games.
So if
a 10-game team.
If Brian Kelly and his rigidity means no national championship, and you have a coach that is with that exact same rigidity, just in black with a good hairline and no fake Southern accent, if that's what you got, then it seems to me that I would be happy. It seems to me I would be happy. If my goal is to have a woman that cook and clean and wash everything, why am I going to sit up here and be with a woman that don't do none of that? I'm telling you right now, it is helping you to get to where you want to be if this coach refuses to play a better play. It's helping you get there. Because coaches who do that, their careers end up real short. Them careers end up shorter than Cat Williams standing on the curb, okay? They end up real short. They time, it run out like a minute phone. When you got to do the free nights and weekends, that's how long that time is. Because at the end of the day, the best coaches realize the same way you got to make mid-game adjustments, the same way you got to make, hey, man, every time we line up in this, they slanting this way, and I see what's going on here. I am saying this. I own that I was wrong about Riley Leonard. And here's the thing. Because of Riley Leonard and what I've seen, I looked through the top 25 quarterbacks out of the portal last year. And of all top 25, I want to say like 3 are performing well. And of the 3 that are performing well, only one of them has played against an FBS team that's probably going to have their coach at the end of the year. Only one. So what am I saying by saying that? I have learned new information. I accept this new information. I accept that I was wrong about how detrimental.
We don't take it. We don't take hindsight views at Notre Dame. At Lucky Lefty podcast.
And that's why I'm giving you the future. And that's why I'm giving you the future. I'm giving you the future, and you should be happy if Marcus Freeman is such a damn fool that he let $1.1 million to one quarterback tie him to that quarterback family. That's a damn fool that is not going to be there much longer.
That's what we're doing. We just trying to promote him to look at the podcast, look at his counsel. Us, me, and Lucky Lefty and Sean Davis, SD2 mics. He needs to look at his counsel. Who is your counsel, Marcus?
The man got about 10 advisors, 12 advisors, don't he? How much more counsel do he need?
Ain't enough.
How much more counsel do we need?
Do we need
a counselor?
You got a bunch of yes men.
Sit down on the couch? Do we need somebody to come in? Do we need somebody to sit on the couch? tell me, Marcus, when NIU kicked that field goal, how did it make you feel? Does it need that? You tell me. I'm telling you right now, at the end of the day, when I look at Marcus Freeman and when I look at what's going on, if I'm you and I sincerely believe that this man is fool enough to not get in a lifeboat, but instead be like the violin players and the cellist on the Titanic saying, gentlemen, it's been an honor playing with you. If you think he's that guy, let his ass sink and then get a new captain of the boat. Let his ass go.
It's the same thing as the conspiracy of Deshaun Watson. They waited for him to see that game one. He played bad, and they dropped a new lawsuit on him. They dropped a new lawsuit on him. They said, we got to get rid of this contract.
Oh, Deshaun just got a weird case.
We got to get rid of this contract.
He has a weird case. Why is he around? Okay.
They dropped a new case. You telling me the Browns didn't know about this new case that was going to drop? They waited.
Listen, the Browns,
insurance policy.
The Browns should have never took that case to begin with. They should have never took that young man to begin with. I'm sorry, but Mr. Miracle Messiah should have never played another down. But if you were going to play him, you should have paid him all that damn money.
It's a smear campaign because we can point to other analogies. Look at Mel Tucker. They gave that brother $100 million. They said, "Wait a minute, that's
I hear you there. I hear you.
But they sat on the story. They sat on the story when they saw he was sorry. They sat on the story when they saw he was losing game and said, "Oh, we got to get that money back."
But we getting into a whole and this is what I'm saying, Malik. You talking about all these cases coming up to get money back and all this thing going on. Well, hot damn! If I'm a Notre Dame fan and I'm watching this guy play a quarterback that's clearly some 2 tons of buns, he can't do it in the offense. Well, I'm not mad at him getting up out the paint. I'm not mad. Again, I understand. You're going to be pissed off to the highest degree of festivity watching him sink the ship. I'm not mad at that. I understand that. But I'm saying I am glad. I am glad that he is doing this because Sean is a man of the cloth. Weeping may endure for a night, but what cometh in the morning? What cometh in the morning? What cometh in the morning? So if we are sitting here saying that Marcus Freeman is the biggest fool on this side of the Mississippi, he's refusing to play players who will help him win. You know, when Brian Kelly left Notre Dame for LSU, I noticed a good chunk of the Notre Dame faithful said, "Thank God. I'm excited about this," because they knew his rigidity was going to keep them from a chip. So what is the problem now? And I admit I was wrong about him. I admit I was wrong. I was wrong about Riley. But again,
you can't be wrong. Can't be wrong in 2024. Can't be wrong on quarterback. You cannot be wrong at quarterback in 2024 in college football. Can't do it because you're not gonna last long. Mario Cristobal looks good right now. Why? Because he got it right.
Yeah, he got it right.
He didn't get it right before, and me and Sean had a field day. Cristobal gained over 500. Cristobal ain't doing this and that. He got it right, and now look at him.
Everybody would love to get it right every time. Life don't work like that. Life don't work like that. We all get it wrong sometimes. We all make mistakes sometimes. The best thing he can do, if you feel like Riley Leonard is worse than Angeli, the best thing he can do, if you want to see Notre Dame win right now,
the only way he can save it if he play the young guys.
See, KG, we like Kendrick, bro. Good quarterback. We don't know nothing about that.
No, nothing about that.
First one, wide receivers. We don't know nothing about that.
Nothing about that.
But again, see, this is what I'm saying. Riley Leonard has been a net negative. I want to make that clear. Riley Leonard has been a net negative. Are you telling me that this looks like the same offensive line led by Joe Alt? You telling me that? You gonna tell me this look like the same line? Let's be honest.
Wait, you said the same line?
Same offensive line.
AG, did you not?
I'm just asking.
Did you not come on this podcast?
AG,
we asked you about the 2 freshmen starting on the left side. What did you say? Give them time. Did you not say?
And I said give them time. But here's my thing. I gave you the positives and the negatives. Did I not? Did I say it was going to be all positive? These are going to be all stars. They never going to miss a block. Y'all going to be perfectly fine.
Did they play good enough to win last week?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They played good enough to win.
And they played better last week than they played against Texas A&M.
Hey, listen, I agree. They did play better last week than they played against Texas A&M. I'm not saying
they're not the issue.
Again, Have I said at any point in time Riley Leonard has been a net positive during any point in time during this episode? No,
you need to keep saying it. No. We just need you to keep saying it. We need you to keep saying it.
See, and this is why, ladies, if you part of Lucky Lefty Nation, don't you date Malik. You see how he get on you. You see how he get on you. I don't say it. You're right. I don't say it. Hey, Malik is that one. Honey, I was so wrong. I'm sorry. No, say it again. Say it one more time. I need you to call my mama and tell her that I was right.
Because winning and losing is serious. Winning and losing is serious.
I need you to call Mama Z and tell her.
No. Because they threw us through the ringer. Oh, we haters. We bitter. I'm mad because I didn't have some career. Oh, no. We getting to get back. This is what it feels like. It's good. It's good because evaluation is important and it's objective. It's not no emotions.
But this is what I'm saying.
It's not no emotion.
But this is what I'm saying.
Use eyes. When you tell me what I'm looking at is not right, then
here's the problem. Here's the problem. You can be right about the outcome, but wrong about the reason. If you sitting up here saying, "Hey, my car is messing up because the catalytic converter is busted," whole time you got a busted head gasket, the car's still not gonna go. It's still actually you can drive without a catalytic converter, but you get the point. Your car gonna be loud. It's going to be real ugly sounding, but you get the point. If I'm saying, oh, I can't drive because my alternator shot, but it's the same thing. I 1,000% agree. The results have been atrocious. Not going to lie to you, not going to disagree with you. What I'm saying is your perception and analysis of him in terms of who he is as a talent was wrong. It was wrong. I still stand by that. Even after seeing what I've seen from him, I still believe that analysis is wrong because, again, he is being worse in these two games than he was at any point in time in his career before this.
So let's talk about the expectation at Notre Dame for quarterback. You're going to look different. It's going to be a different playing field, a different challenge. You're not just about to walk over here and take whatever you was doing over there and bring it great here.
So you saying
it's different. It's a different team, different expectation. When they tell you that you got to win games instead of not throw a pick and to lose games, it's a different mentality, and it takes a special guy. That's why you only get a few every 10 years. We had Brady Quinn who didn't win nothing and is celebrated like he's Joe Montana. And you know why? Because it's about the stakes. It's the highest and most challenging quarterback position in the country.
So if Steve Angeli is the guy, if he can do all these things,
it's too late.
Do it.
The team told him he wasn't the guy. Marcus Freeman told him he wasn't the guy. It's too late. The window has passed because now we got to talk about the talent. Now we got to talk about talent. When the talent window is passed, this is Steve's only chance was this year. Because guess what? The best throwers of the football are guys that are the freshmen. And if we want to close that gap to make the offense better, and what we need to do is throw outside the hashes, them two young guys are the only ones on the roster that can make it happen.
When you realize you have made a mistake, you have two choices in life. Because me personally, I'm from the west side of Detroit. Y'all know what it is with me. Y'all know how it is. In life, we don't all make the right decisions every time. We don't always do what we're supposed to do every time. I agree that objectively speaking, bringing in Riley Leonard looks like a terrible decision at the moment. But why would you want your head coach to cling to that? Why would you? And if you don't want your head coach to cling to that, then damn it, I'll be the first one calling for it. I'll be the first one saying, play the other guy. Play each other. Play him. Play him now. Play it. Play it. We got to, because that is what you need to win football games. That's what you need. If you want to see Marcus Freeman get by, but if you simply believe Marcus Freeman is that much of a fool, either way, this is a win-win-win for you. Either way, this is a win-win-win for Lucky Lefty Nation, because either you get a quarterback that's going to do what you want him to do, or you get to see Angeli and all of his glory and what he can do, or you get you a new head coach altogether. One of the three. You're going to win this thing somehow. You're going to win it somehow. You're going to be going through a little bit of growing pains either way, but you're going to get a win somehow out of this thing. So, that's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. I own the fact that I was wrong. I ain't never going to sit up here and say that I wasn't. And by the way, I keep seeing people. The reality is this. I accept. The reality of first-year transfer quarterbacks, not good. normally not good. You normally need at least 2 years. Absolutely. Absolutely. But again, I very simply say, this is a situation where I was wrong about Riley Leonard, but the question isn't whether or not Ken was wrong about Riley Leonard. The question at this point becomes, what are y'all going to do about it? What are y'all going to do about Marcus Freeman and Kenton Gibbs being wrong about Riley Leonard? Because here's the thing. What Ken Gibbs thinks, that doesn't matter an iota of a drop of a pipsqueak of a sale. It don't matter. Marcus Freeman being the guy to do what he needs to do to say, you know what, this ain't working. We got to change course. That's what matters. That's what matters. If I'm you, that's all I'm calling for. That's all I'm calling. Change direction. You see the ship is headed towards some rocks, or you see we done already smacked some rocks. All right, don't get no more damn water in the boat. Go ahead and steer. Go ahead and turn direction. That's all I'm saying.
But you know what's crazy? Is that as easy as it is to just turn directions, we got coaches trying to give us advice on how to do it. We got coaches that beat us and then want to give us advice on how to change directions.
That's how the game goes.
That's how the game go. How the game go. Yeah, play the
Marcus Freeman's taking a lot of heat. And I would imagine you two guys know each other. You're probably
I don't know him, but I
older
met him
than
Saturday, and he was an unbelievable person. And so the way he treated me as the head coach of Notre Dame, and he embraced me as a fellow peer, spoke volumes about him as a man and a person. And so I reached out to him after the game and told him, hey, anything that you need from us to help you, things that we saw in the game, I'll be more than willing to help you. I want to see you be successful and lead that program to great heights.
Man, that's great that you reached out in that regard. That's true sportsmanship and looking out for him. Where I was going with that question, last thing, what would you say to the Notre Dame fans that are just irate? How dare Northern Illinois come in here and beat us? Marcus Freeman must be fired. What would you say to those Notre Dame fans about, why it's not a horrible look that you lost to Northern Illinois?
I would say, they got a great leader in charge. I've watched his press conferences. I've studied him. He's been a tremendous coach his whole career. He's been a tremendous player. He's obviously extremely intelligent. And so he's a leader of men. And I think just because a game doesn't go your way doesn't mean he's not the right fit. I think he's going to do great things at Notre Dame. I'm anxious to watch him grow and develop. And, hopefully he can win the next.
How does this man never meet Marcus Freeman, whoop him up at home, and get his number to text him the same day? Who gave him his number?
First of all, let's stop playing, Malik. Like I know. That college coaching fraternity, I believe I'm in the best fraternity in the world.
I've never met the man till Saturday.
I believe I'm in the best fraternity in the world in KSI. I love my Phi Nu Pi. But with that being said, as much as teams say they hate each other, as much as teams say, oh, I want to dominate, I want to destroy, it ain't that circle is small.
Jacob C. had it right.
That
Marcus
circle
Freeman reached out to him. That's what it is. Thank you, Jacob C.
That circle is
Marcus
small.
Freeman had to have reached out to Thomas Hammock after the game. You know why? Because there's no way Thomas Hammock can start this whole thing and say, I ain't never met him. But Marcus Freeman's been such a great host, such a great guy. He didn't say a coach. He said such a great guy, such a great host, such a great party leader.
He said that he's intelligent and a great leader. What do you want from him?
He didn't talk about coaching. He said he's intelligent. The brother must know trivia facts. The brother must know. The brother must know math.
So you think they've been texting about Wordle and Sudoku, huh?
I want to know how Thomas Hammock got his number. How do you get whooped? You never met the man, and you texted him talking about, man, you a great dude. If you need help, if you want your tips on this and that, let me know. How?
He said if there's anything we can do to help you.
We need help from NIU? Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus.
My brother in Christ, are you serious? I don't care who you are or how you do it. one of the biggest lessons that life
We
is
are
gonna
the
teach
number
you,
5
no matter
team
who
in the
you are,
country.
no matter who you are or where you are, you can
Okay.
always learn something from somebody.
If
You can
that's fair,
always
if
learn
that's
something.
fair, then let me know who called Saban. Who called Saban after a game? Let me know then. Let me know who called Urban Meyer and said, Urban Meyer, I'm gonna help you out at Miami of Ohio. Let me know when that happened.
Frank Beamer called him after he beat him in that first game.
And wait a minute, didn't Urban Meyer beat Nick Saban? Didn't that happen?
I want to know, did Urban Meyer call Nick Saban after that game?
I'm gonna tell you this.
I want to know when this Thomas
Hammock
and Marcus Simmons story has happened in the history of college football.
You got to be the biggest fool I done seen if you honestly and truly believe that Saban and Meyer didn't talk and didn't say, man, how do you run this? Man, what does that look like for you? How do you do this? How do you do that? Because that's how it works.
Okay, perfect example. Did Sharon Moore call Ryan Day after he been whooping him every year to help him find out how to win against Ohio? Never.
That's a totally different thing.
What?
So let me ask you this. Where did Michigan get Bo Schembechler from? Where did he coach at before he went to Michigan? Where was he at?
And we talking about history now.
Yeah.
I want to know, did Sharon Moore call Ryan Day?
He was an assistant coach to Woody. He was an assistant. I say that to say these coaches talk more than we think. It's just that these folks are now talking about it publicly because we live in a 24-hour news cycle.
These folks, I have never heard of.
Man, these coaches, dog, I'm telling you, Malik, stop playing, dog. Stop playing.
Until it happens again.
Malik, you coach football right now, yay or nay? You're a coach right now, aren't you? You're offensive coordinator, right?
No team we lost 0 the first game, right? Nobody on that team called my head coach and was like, hey, if you need help, let me know. What do you mean? That's not no usual thing.
More power to you, but I'm going to tell you this. I spent way too much time with those coaches at Cass Tech, and I can tell you there absolutely were calls put in after one team whooped on us. Hey, man, how you doing?
Cass Tech is a historical program, right?
I would say historical, but we made history as late, yeah.
Okay. Sure. Y'all was winning when you was around, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm sure you lost a game or two at some point in high school.
For sure.
Did that team that beat y'all at a historic program, a team that y'all probably shouldn't have lost to, ever call y'all and say, hey, I give you some tips on how to be better?
Our coaches absolutely talk to the teams that beat us at times. I'm not going to say all of them, because obviously those bums from East Lafayette, that we hate them. We are
don't be bums. No, they supposed to be giving you advice. What are we talking about?
Everybody else, guess what? You say, what was it? You go back and watch the film, you see what it was, but you say, what was it that gave it away? What was it that we...
If you Marcus Freeman, what you thinking? You the number 5 team in the country, just get whooped by an unranked MAC team.
And that's what I mean. And that's what I mean. When somebody right, they get to talking crazy. Coaches don't talk no more. Malik, I guarantee you, as you continue in your coaching career,
said he never met Marcus Freeman.
You're gonna whoop on somebody, and you're gonna want to look out for the young bro. Hey man, this is what it is.
The man told you he's never met him before until Saturday. So how fast can you get to know a man after you whooping on the day that you meet him, and then say you're gonna call him after the game? Who gave him the number? What are we talking about? How does Thomas Hammock feel that comfortable calling the man he never met to talk about he's so good that he ready to help him after he done whooped his ass on the field? You tell me how that makes sense. What are we talking about?
He told you
the first thing he said, I've never met the man. I've never talked to him. But when I talked to him, I whooped his ass. I talked about how good of a guy he is. And then I offered him advice. What are we talking? That's the biggest little bro thing I've ever seen in my life.
And what I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, if you look at this and you say, hey, I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, there's no world in which I want Freeman to be my head coach, then you should be happy he's riding with Riley Leonard.
I like Marcus Freeman. I don't like his decision making at the quarterback position because it couldn't have been evaluated the right way. And if you did this 3 years in a row, that means you've been lazy on your own development in that room.
And that's fair. But if you've been lazy for 3 years, get him out of there. Get him out of there. If you, again, I don't want to look at anybody that I feel like is making my program worse and say, hey, let's just keep him in there forever. Let's just keep him in there. You just make this one decision and the whole fortune of this thing turn around. Listen, at the end of the day, if you feel like Marcus Freeman is lacking in his development, he's lacking in the mentality, because, I could tell that Lefty is one of those guys that thinks the killer instinct is a quantifiable stat amongst basketball players or something. Because, again, coaches talk all the time. Coaches have conversations like that all the time.
Yeah, in the offseason. Yeah, in the offseason. You're not talking to the coach you just whooped the day of the game? What are we talking about? This is the worst program loss in history, and you getting a phone call from the coach that just beat you. Come on, bro.
Hey, listen, I'm not.
Do you want a phone call? If you playing in the biggest game of your life, you're supposed to whoop this team. You lose in embarrassing fashion, and then the people that whooped you are calling you, talking about, hey, you good, bro? You are. If you need some help, I got you. You're not answering the phone.
I'm not gonna lie to you and say, hey, that's what I love to see from a head coach. After a loss, there's nothing you can do right. After a loss, the ice ain't as cold, the drinks ain't as good, the women ain't as pretty, the jokes ain't as funny, the AC ain't as cold, the heat ain't as warm. There's nothing good after a loss. There's nothing you can do after losing at NIU to make up for it.
So why are you picking up the phone? If I'm Marcus Freeman, I'm not picking up that phone call. What you mean? I don't need I don't need it right now.
You have to admit this is not a good look.
It's not a good look.
Listen. Hold on. I want to make so let me make this clear, okay? Because I don't want Lucky Lefty Nation, because I know after the misgivings about Riley Leonard so far, I'm sure that there are many people who believe I'm a propagandist, I'm a liar, I'm a snake oil salesman. So let's dispel those things right away. Let's talk about that right now before we get off air, because I got to slide up out of here. But before we go, I want to make some things clear. Number one, I was wrong about Riley Leonard. I was wrong. Kenton GIBBS was wrong about Riley Nathaniel Leonard. I was wrong, okay? Number two, I no longer believe in first-year transfer quarterbacks, partially because of Riley Leonard. I am absolutely in that space. You're right, Malik. You did. Even though you said that, if it's the right guy, it can work out. But
yeah, if he's a number one draft pick in the world, yeah.
And even those number one draft picks struggle. Even some of those struggle.
Who?
Are you really about to sit up here and play like Jaden Daniels in year 2 was the same guy that he was in year 1 at LSU? Are we really going to play like that? We watched that man put up 23 points in his first game with 2 first-rounders at wideout. Stop playing. Anywho, moving right along. I was wrong about that, okay? The third thing that I want to make
Williams was a first-year guy, transferred at USC and won 11 games and won the
transferred with his head coach. He transferred with his head coach and his offensive coordinator. If you can transfer with both of those, I think you'll be just fine. You're playing in the same offense, just with a different damn jersey. What are we doing here?
That's true.
Again, I don't believe
we didn't do that for Riley. We didn't bring Duke's offense over, and we suffered.
And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Marcus Freeman, you have made a mistake. But Lucky Lefty Nation, do not fret not. Fret not. Like I said, joy is coming in the morning one way or the other. Either he's going to play a better quarterback, Riley Leonard's quarterback play is going to get better, or they're going to get his ass up out of there. One of the three going to happen. They're not going to let him die with the shit. They're not going to let him bring the entire joint down behind Riley Leonard and say, oh, we want 2-3 more years of this. Get out of here. Not at Notre Dame. Y'all don't play like that. And nor should you. So on those 3 things, I'm going to leave it right there. Because I know Malik done talked this talk. First time Malik done never showed up on time and stayed for the whole show. Normally when I'm on the show, Malik don't want to hear no more than 20 minutes. He gone about the first commercial break. The minute Sean gets to talk about the whiskey, he like, all right, I'm about ready to go now. I got to get my cup together. But today he done stayed for a whole night just to tell me how wrong I am. So I own that I was wrong. I own that, this does not look good. This is a horrible look. Regardless if the NIU coach never reached out, regardless if he said, I ain't never talked to Marcus Freeman in my life, but if I talk to him again, it's going to be too soon. Regardless of what happened, there was no right way to respond to the number 5 team losing to a MAC team. There's no way. So with that being said, I love y'all, Lucky Lefty Nation. Sean, Malik. Malik, I don't like you. You know I don't like you, but I love you too, brother. I got to go. But again, I was wrong. I admit that. Marcus Freeman, change course or else. See y'all later, Lucky Lefty. Love y'all.
Hey, Left. Yo, that was a heck of a double feature, bro. I hope everybody enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I just sat back and I sat back as a fan tonight. I said, so, hey, either Riley Leonard gets better or they're going to get his up out of here.
And it's going to be some people going with it. That's why I'm like, hey, it ain't too late because it's week 3, but it's too late because the mentality's not there, Sean. The mentality's not thinking future focus. Future focus is putting in there CJ Carr, Kenny Minchie. That's how you make drastic changes right away because you know why ride through this? Why? What are we getting out of riding through this with Riley Leonard? That's the biggest question. Riley Leonard can't be that much better than the future of this program under Marcus Freeman. That's my biggest thing. That's it. And it's okay, like Kenton Gibbs said, it's okay to be wrong. But football and head coaches, the ego is too big. It's natural. You the head honcho. You can't be wrong on a decision like this. It's the quarterback. You're not gonna foul because the thing is, it's what people look at you like once you make that wrong decision. And a lot of those guys don't want to bite the bullet. Bite the bullet, Marcus Freeman. Because it hurts worse what you talking about numbers that got nothing to do with why we lost that game. It hurts worse when you say that and then the players start copping pleas. Talking about the fans' motivation. Talking about you got tricked. Come on, man. Bite the bullet and don't make it worse. The one thing Denbrock always told me is don't compound mistakes. It's okay to mess up, but don't compound it. Don't compound it, brother. Tricked in. What did he say? What's the other word? We were tricked and we were beat by math. Lord Jesus. And we a smarter school than NIU. How we get beat by math? Even I got a problem with that. How we get beat by math? We the smartest school around. Come on, man. Gotta get it right. And Apollo 27. It's not about me not wanting Angeli. They didn't want Angeli. I told you to want Angeli from the beginning. They didn't want Angeli. Blame them. Because the window, because you're setting Angeli up. Because if you go in there and don't do well, what are you going to say? Where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? Angeli don't go in there and light it up, win the game. Where do you go from there? Now you make 2 mistakes.
Man, super chat. John Massey, how do you plead, Ken Gibbs? I forgot to get it to him. He pleaded guilty. He definitely pleaded guilty.
Put the cuffs on him.
GTR still 63. What about the risk to the young man who has shown he will play with injury? He could risk his permanent health. Talking about Riley, I believe. Hey, man. Ladies and gentlemen, double feature tonight. Lucky Lefty Podcast, Three's Company. It's only right here, Lucky Lefty Network, man. Tonight, you had the players only. The 2 guys that played the sport going at it. All of that great content can continue to be found.
Hold on, we got to do a petty trade, man. Petty trade, Shannon Sharp. Talking about you hacked. He ain't hacked.
Hey, first of all, that was Shannon's voice, number 1. He needs to stop. Now, he said, hey, man.
Lord Jesus.
Hey,
what we coming to these days?
That's his Michelle, dog.
Not you knowing the name, God.
That's his Michelle, dog.
Not you knowing the name, Sean.
Man said that's his Michelle, bro.
Oh man, but it's on point to Shannon's nightcap show.
Oh, you know, I hope they talk about it tonight. I hope they talk about it tonight, bro. They have to talk about that tonight. You know, because you know Ocho is gonna bring it up.
Oh, what?
You know Ocho's gonna be like, hey,
I mean, it's geared up. It's geared up. It's geared up. It's geared up. I know it's coming.
You know he's gonna say, hey, what's up with it? Man, Left. You talk about a great show, bro. Great 2 shows, bro.
We only getting better. This is week 2. I mean, week 3 going into.
I don't know what else to tell you. Lucky Lefty Podcast. Patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network, man.
Sign up, man. Sign up.
Sign up. I'm telling you.
Sign up.
This show is over on Patreon.
Come on, man.
Every week. It won't be free like this week. I let this one. This had to be free. This one had.
Because he had to answer the fans. He had to answer to.
He had to answer to you, Notre Dame fans. He had to. He had to. You asked for him. We gave him to you. But moving forward, you already know. Left, man. We'll see everybody tomorrow. No show tomorrow. It's Thursday. We'll see you guys back here Friday, right? Malik's to the keys, clean sheet, thumbs up, thumbs down, and our predictions right here. Lucky Lefty Podcast, man. Have a great Wednesday evening. Go get some rest. Go get some rest, because I'm about to go get some.
That's right.
MALIK ZAIRE, SD2 mics, man. As always, make sure you continue to spin it.